Hey guys, how are we doing? Welcome back to another Cozy Cause YouTube video, where today, in this video, we will be showing you how to make about We'll be showing you how to make 11 different customs out of minifigure parts and pieces. Without further ado, let's just jump right into this video. For the first minifigure we will be showing you all how to build in today's video, we have a Ben Reilly Spider-Man. Now, for the legs and hip piece of this custom minifigure, you'll grab them from the Apocalypseburg Wild Style from the LEGO Movie 2 blind bags. I think this is Series 1 for that. I don't remember how many series they have. If I find it on Google, I'll pop it up on screen now. But, yeah. Anyway, for the torso, you're going to grab it from a Miles Morales minifigure. And, let me just center him a little bit. And then you're going to grab the arms from the Zombie Hunter Spider-Man. And pop them on. Let me take this off screen for a moment so I can pop on the other one. And, there you go. There will be okay. There we go. I think it's showing up now. For the unmasked head and hair for this minifigure, since we're basing this off of, like, a darker, grungier version of Spider-Man, we're gonna do the head from the MCU, Hawkeye TV show LEGO minifigure. Just switch it to the beat-up, angry face troll expression. And then take the hair from a new Thor minifigure. I believe we got him in the Marvel logo set. And I believe 2025, so it's a year-old set, but that's what the minifigure is going to look like. And for his accessory, since he doesn't have the mask, let's give him the mask. So, just switch his hand upside down on whichever one you want. Can I turn the head a little bit so it resembles a mask? And then pop him onto a base plate. And that's how you make Ben Reilly and Ben Reilly's Spider-Man, Scarlet Spider, in my LEGO universe. Anyway, for this next minifigure, we will be doing another Spider-Man character, if you will. We're gonna swap out base plates. So I'm gonna put Ben back on his. And put him in the background. You can kind of see him. For the second one in this video, we're gonna be doing Electro. Crap. Okay. So, as y'all wait, because I'm kind of slow at taking minifigures apart, type down in the comments and let me know how everyone's day is going so far. I know it's all, I know it's only 11:43 in the morning for me on May 9th, Saturday, which is when I'm filming this video. But, yeah, tell me how everyone's day is going down in the comments. section, and I'll be glad to answer as many comments as I can, I guess, or reply to as many comments as I can. But yeah, without further ado, let's jump right into this custom. Okay, so for the legs and the hips of this custom, you're gonna grab them from a C3PO minifigure. For the torso, you're gonna grab it from an Ultron Sentry bot from the Age of Ultron sets. For the arms, you're gonna grab them from Wolverine from the first Chopper Showdown set where Deadpool was introduced. And you're going to... Sorry, I had to scratch my back real quick. Where was I? Oh, yeah. You're gonna grab... Instead of having dark blue hands, you're gonna take off those hands, toss them to the side, and add some light nougat hands. So kind of like the skin tone on that guy right there. For the head, you're just gonna use a clear light blue head that matches the torso. That's what it looks like so far. Then you're gonna grab a helmet for one of the Thanos minifigures. Mine came in the Thanos mech set. And pop that onto the minifigure. And for his accessories, grab some of the actual Electro pieces from the, I think it's the Spider-Man and Electro Chase set from the Ultimate Spider-Man TV show series. Or that wave of sets, I guess, in the Marvel Superheroes line. But yeah, I remember back when they started off, and it was just DC for a long time, and then they changed it up, and they added Marvel into the same series. But it's odd now, because you still get the Lego superhero theme, but instead of, like, shoving everything into one theme, Marvel and DC have separate sub-themes in the superheroes line. So technically, the superheroes theme doesn't really exist anymore. It's just Marvel and DC. Anyway, that's my Electro custom minifigure with the Electro pieces, and we're gonna set them aside. Now for our third custom in today's video, I'm going to be showing y'all how to make one more Spider-Man villain. In my universe, this character is named something different, but he's from actual Spider-Man comics because of the face I used for this minifigure. So, you might, like, recognize who it is and in the next few seconds. Plus, if you didn't realize where I said I got those accessory pieces from, you'll probably, if you do remember where I said I got those from, and what TV show the character was featured in, then you might actually get where I'm about to be going with this custom. Anyway, let's jump right into the custom. I'm not going to tell you who it is yet, or who it was in a different universe. I think the mainline universe is where it was a certain character. Anyway, you're going to grab the legs and hip piece from the White Vision minifigure, and the first ever Marvel Studios CMF series. I think it was back when they had blind bags. You're gonna grab the torso from Gore the God Butcher, and the arms come from a Moon Knight minifigure with dark red hands attached. That's what that looks like. And then you're gonna attach a red cape. And to kind of cover up some printing on the front of the torso, you're gonna add the Red Hood minifigure armor piece. For the head, you're gonna add this head with red goggles. It looks like an old man head. Anyway, you're gonna add the dark red hair from Shanks from One Piece, and you're gonna make an accessory for him. So this is 2 pieces only, and it's really easy to make. Just grab a black hose piece or gun piece, and grab a gunmetal gray, or I guess just dark gray axe piece, and pop that onto the handle of the gun or hose piece, and then pop the barrel piece on this gun or hose piece into the minifigure's hand. And there you have it. You might recognize from the face, so I'm covering up the face when I put them down. But we'll reveal them in 3, 2. But before you do that, if you haven't liked this video or subscribed to the channel yet, do that now. I'll give you about 30 seconds to do that. So, just waiting for this 30 seconds to be up. Now that we're done with that, we can reveal. There you go. This character in the 616 mainline universe originally was Dr. Octopus, but an alternate reality where Otto Octavius was never born, and the X-Men had yet to exist. There was one particular mutant that was born in the Marvel Universe before anybody else realized it. And this character's name was John Gray. If you haven't guessed it yet, that's pretty crazy, because we have the actual version of the actual character in the mainline universe. I believe she's also a main character in Marvel Zombies Guts, or not Guts, and Black Powder, or whatever the fuck it is. I think it's Black, Gray, and White, or whatever it is. Marvel Zombies Black and White, I believe. Black, White, and Blood. Anyway, she was a main character in that storyline. If you know who I'm talking about, please pop it down below in the comments section. And if you guess it right, I will send you a friend request on Fortnite, Roblox, or if you want to join the Discord. My Discord is, I believe, capital B EEG, capital B RAYDEN _ capital X and capital D on Discord. I forget the numbers, but if I find the numbers before I edit this video, I will tell y'all in my editing phase. So anyway, so that was John Gray. Let's do the opposite of John Gray. If y'all haven't talked about it in the comments by now, then y'all are kind of fucked, because I'm gonna say the name anyway. And if y'all haven't guessed, y'all are probably gonna be fucking mad, because I gave you a pretty obvious answer. You just have to take a few letters out of the name John. Those letters being O and H. So basically, if you haven't already guessed that you have to replace those letters with an E and an A, then y'all are fucked, because this next character is Jean Grey, the Phoenix, or Dark Phoenix. So, for the legs of this custom minifigure, you're going to grab them from Hyperion minifigure, from the Marvel Superheroes sets. The hip piece is just a plain red hip piece. Anyway, you're going to grab the torso from the old 1984 Wonder Woman minifigure from the DC Collectible Minifigures series blind bags. That's what that looks like so far. The arms, you're going to grab them from the same minifigure that I got the torso from, with some red hands attached. And then, once you're done with that, put on a kind of beat up and dirtied red cape, along with an upper dirtied and torn red cape. And then for the head, you're going to grab it from Wanda Maximoff with the red eyes showing. And for the hair, you're going to grab it from a Black Widow minifigure. For her accessory, you're going to grab one of the old feather pieces in a trans clear orange color. And you're going to pop it into the minifigure's hand once the minifigure's hand is upside down. Kind of move it the other way and kind of place it downwards a bit. And kind of turn it at an angle so it looks like she has fire in her hand. And that's what the finished character looks like. Anyway, let's get her out of the way. And, I honestly don't know who to do next, but since we did both versions of Jean Grey, I guess we need a little balance in this, so we're gonna grab another base plate, and we're gonna tell you how to build this next minifigure. It's an X-Men minifigure, and if you haven't already guessed by my description, whenever I said we need a little bit of balance between fire and ice, emphasis on the word ice, and no, I'm not talking about the political party, like that SWAT team or whatever the fuck it was. No, I'm not talking about them. But for the legs and hip piece of this custom minifigure, you're just gonna grab some normal black leg, or a normal black hip piece and the right black leg. For the other leg, you're gonna grab it from, I believe, a Metamorpho minifigure, and put that on the left. That's what that looks like. For the torso of this custom minifigure, you're going to grab it from the Electro minifigure from the Ultimate Spider-Man sets. This one I got with those electricity powers back there in the Ultimate Spider-Man Electro and Spider-Man Chase set. For the arms of this custom minifigure, you want to grab them from an old Stitch minifigure from the Disney CMF, and put some white hands on both arms. For the head, we're sticking on theme with the left leg. You're going to grab the head from the same Metamorpho minifigure as the left leg. And for his accessory, you're going to grab a clear light blue sword piece. That comes from, I believe, a CMF minifigure. I forget which one, but it's from, like, just the normal series. Anyway, pop that onto the base plate, and there you go. You've got Iceman. For the next set of minifigures, these are going to be some crazy ones, and I don't really have a bunch of base plates, so we're going to tear apart, like, this car that I built for the actual, like, bigger base plates, because the ones I was using before were, in fact, for minifigures. So, yeah, we're gonna tear these off. Don't worry, I will rebuild this one day. But, yeah, we'll start with that one. This one, we have room for 3 of them. So, for the first minifigure, we're gonna be showing y'all how to build a Wasteland Magneto. So, without further ado, let's start with Wasteland Magneto. The legs are going to be from a War Machine minifigure from the from the War Machine mech. The torso is going to come from a Mandalorian minifigure from Star Wars. I think I got mine from one of the smaller scale ships that he has. I think it's Mando's ship, but it was smaller, and it only cost me $15. So it was a pretty good deal. Anyway, once you've got that all assembled, I want you to grab the arm, the right arm from a Metamorpho minifigure, and a normal black arm with a black hand attached. You're gonna grab the cape from the Falcon faction minifigure from one of those CMF series where they were bringing back characters from Castle and Kingdoms, like those sets, those themes. Anyway, put that onto this minifigure. And then you've got the head and hair, which the head's from the original Magneto minifigure. Hair is from Mr. Incredible minifigure. So that's it for those minifigures. Or that minifigure. For the next minifigure, if you haven't already guessed, like, you gotta think about what characters are in X-Men. I'll give you a minute. Think of one of the most popular ones. And no, it's not who you may think it is. It's not the guy in the red and the black. Think about the other guy. He was in one of the MCU movies with the red and the black guy, who was played by Ryan Reynolds. Think about the actor's name, and maybe that'll give it away. You got it? Alright. The legs of this custom minifigure come from the Rockstar Batman minifigure from a collectible minifigure series. Blind bags from the Lego Batman movie. I think it's the first series. Anyway, the hip piece comes from the same series, but from a Commissioner Gordon minifigure. The torso comes from the same lineup, but from a Catman minifigure. The left arm and all that comes from the same lineup from the Rockstar Batman minifigure. Oh crap, where did I put it? Oh, I found it. You're gonna attach a black handpiece onto the other side of the minifigure. Then you're gonna want to grab an old, beat up head from the character that I'm trying to build. If you haven't guessed yet, that's on you. You grab the hair from the Loki TVA variant minifigure from the first Marvel Studios CMF series. And then for his accessory, grab the Wakandan shield piece that they made from that one set and attach it into his right hand. If you haven't already guessed, you're going to be disappointed. This minifigure is an alternate version of Wolverine. Anyway, you might have guessed the red and black guy before, and if y'all are already familiar with him, it's because he's in that movie with Wolverine. Yes, we're talking about Deadpool. So, the legs and hip piece of this custom minifigure, well, they're both different. The hip piece comes from the Batman 2022 bike chase scene from the same movie. The legs come from a Mateo minifigure from LEGO Dreams. The torso comes from the official Deadpool minifigure. The arms and hands come from Mr. Incredible from the Disney CMF series. And you're gonna cut up some black handcuff pieces and pop them onto either side. Before you go any further, grab a clear neck bracket piece with the studs on the other side. grab a red jumper plate, a gold clip piece, and a gold Among Us piece. A black forwards facing clip piece, and then one of Star-Lord's gun pieces, and attach all of those pieces to the neck. Then you're going to grab the head from the actual Wolverine, not Wolverine, Deadpool. And you're going to grab a silver sword piece from Liga Ninjago. And I'm going to put them right there. There you have it. I don't know if you can see that. You've got Deadpool, Wolverine, and Magneto. Yeah. So, that's pretty cool. But, let's move on to our next minifigures. One of the minifigures can't really stand. So, we're just going to throw away these pieces that I took from the broken car. Oh, there is a minifigure base plate on here. I'm kind of stupid. So we'll use that. And I believe that's all we really have from the car. So we'll just go along with it. We're gonna place these in the background. I don't even know if you can see those. Let's zoom out a little bit. Damn, that's crazy. That might be thumbnail worthy, but I'm not gonna take a picture just yet. For the next minifigure, we have Gamora. Or Warrior Gamora. Now, for the legs of this custom minifigure and the hip piece, you're going to grab the hip piece from a normal black set of legs. You're going to grab the legs from the Outlaw minifigure from one of those CMFs. And then you're going to grab the torso from a Chitauri Warrior minifigure from the 2012 Marvel Avengers sets. And I think the Chitauri, like the alien soldiers, those people, they appear in that movie before they do anywhere else. I don't know why my camera's kind of shaking, but it does that from time to time. Anyway, pop that torso that I just mentioned onto the legs. Grab a lime green arm with a black hand attached, and pop that onto the left side of the minifigure. For the other side, grab a black hand and the Thanos Gamora arm, and pop that onto the right side of the minifigure. Grab the Thanos Gamora headpiece and pop that on, but switch it to the angry facial expression. For the hair, grab it from either the Dr. Octopus minifigure from that one set with, I think it's the Dr. Octopus attack from the Ultimate Spider-Man cartoon. Yeah. Or you could get it from Loki from the 2012 sets when he didn't really have on his crown or his helmet piece. Anyway, I'm gonna stop yapping. For her accessories, you're gonna grab 2 golden Lego Ninjago katana pieces and pop those onto either hand. There you go. There's Warrior Gamora. For the next couple of minifigures, well, I mean, What I mean by that is the next two, or the last two, we'll save the best for last, I'm guessing, on this one. Because the one I'm talking about has more pieces than most of y'all would probably expect. You're like, cozy, shouldn't this be a normal Lego minifigure? Well, to that, my friends, I would say yes, most likely, but in this case, no. Anyway, we'll start off with our normal minifigure. The torso comes from a Man-Bat minifigure with a normal brown arm with a brown hand attached. And for the other one, you're gonna grab a broken brown arm, take a red paint pen, and apply red paint to that area. And then grab some tan pants. You can get some from, if you have that, the first ever Stranger Things set with the upside down, you can take those from a Hopper minifigure from David Harbour's character. And you're gonna pop those onto the bottom of the torso. For the head, you're gonna grab it from the same Man-Bat minifigure, but you're gonna grab the hairpiece from one of the You Wonder Twins minifigures. And if you haven't already, you're gonna kind of try to Sharpie in the ears on the hair as much as possible, and then kind of water them down and keep the water on there for a little bit, and then come back to it and wipe them down just a tiny bit, like dab it, so you can make the paper towel damp, and yeah, that'll give you the result. For his accessory, we're gonna be grabbing Thor's hammer piece, and then leave some room in the minifigure's hand. That way you can attach the tassel piece from Lloyd Garmadon's sword from the Lego Ninjago movie Blind Bags. And, yeah. There you have it for that character that is Werewolf by Night. Anyway, now we're on to our last minifigure of the day, and this one is kind of large, so bear with me here. I don't know if I could show you how to build all of it, but maybe I could do a layout of all the pieces and try building it. So you're gonna need one of the black skeleton torsos with a hand piece from a Lego minifigure, like wedged in between the ribs. Then grab like a dark gray binoculars piece, and that should do the job. Make sure that on the left side of the skeleton minifigure in black, you grab one of the legs. And I forgot how to tell you, but these black skeleton minifigures don't come from the Lego Minecraft line, because they look like regular skeletons. They're just colored black. They come from the Thor Ragnarok Surtur set. Anyway, that's kind of cool. We're gonna just put that there. Put that there. Put the backpack piece there. put the robot arm piece there with a venom tendril there. Oh, for this piece right here, you're just gonna use a flat stud piece in gold and then a lightsaber hilt piece in gold. For this other one, you're gonna be using a clip piece with the bar connection and dark gray. And you're going to use one of these table pieces from, I believe, the pottery minifigure in the same color, but you're going to grab a normal trans clear red stud piece with another one, but it's the tiled version, like that one, but just the same color as the normal one. Anyway, for this next few pieces, you're just gonna grab the same one of those from that side, attach a Lego black hose piece or gun piece, barrel side up into the arm, attach a dark gunmetal gray chain piece, and then you're going to use the other black hose piece or pistol piece. You're going to attach that to a minifigure bracket with the Technic protrusion on it. And then for the end of the top of the minifigure neck bracket piece, you're going to grab a camera piece and kind of make sure the stud is facing the way you want it on the opposite side. Make sure those are all attached. Mine are kind of broken, so not everything attaches correctly. And for the head, you're going to grab the neck bracket piece and the head from the Mighty Micros Ultron, but grab the upper piece from the Ultron Sentry Bots from the Age of Ultron Lego sets. And yeah, that's how you get that minifigure. But I'm gonna build it real quick. So, first off, we're gonna start with the legs. Then you're gonna do the right arm. And then you're gonna grab that contraption and we're gonna attach it to the other side. So the left side. Grab that minifigure backpack piece, pop that on it, and then we'll just take this head and helmet and neck bracket piece and pop that all on. And there you have Ultron. So that's basically it, and this will be the thumbnail. So we're taking a picture. Anyway, if you guys did like this video and you enjoyed, please consider subscribing to this channel. Even if you're new here, it's free. It doesn't cost anything. Yeah. If you like the channel enough and you don't want to miss out on any other uploads from the Cozy Cause YouTube channel, you can click that notification bell icon make sure the precondition check hasn't failed and it's gone through on your end, and then make sure you click the pop-up menu for the notification bell icon, and make sure it's set to all, that way you never miss another upload. Also, don't forget to like the video, and if you want to, you can share it to a few friends, maybe even comment and interact with a few different people from my community, and that basically, what that does is it pushes my videos out into the YouTube algorithm, that way more people watch them. So, without further ado, let's just, do the outro. So, I've been Cozy Cause. You guys have been watching Cozy Cause. Y'all have been the Cozy Crew. Thank y'all so much for watching this video. Cozy Cause out. Peace. Hey guys, so, Editor Cozy here. I found the actual set. This is it right here. So that's the one you're looking for. Set number should be right there. Yeah. Thank you guys. See ya.